England, in the most embarrassing of fashions, lose away to Italy in the Six Nations. And I, I'm a massive rugby guy, and this channel is all about all different sports and things like that. But having watched England today, I think it's quite obvious this might be one of the most embarrassing times for English rugby. I think we're going to be looking at this in years to come, thinking, why the hell have we wasted time with certain players? We're talking players with hundreds of caps making errors that you don't even see on Sunday rugby in Maro Itoje. You got Finn Smith, who is just woeful as a number 10. George Ford has absolutely stank up the gaff this Six Nations. Finn Smith went, hello, mate. Let me see if I can outdo you. Consistently making schoolboy errors, consistently kicking out of touch when you're already 25 meters away from the try line. I think the fact that we're knocking it on the try line so consistently over these last few games, it just shows the level of the coaching isn't good enough, as well as the fact that these players are overrated. These players are arrogant and quite frankly, just pathetic. Watching against Scotland, Ireland, and Italy, and the arrogance of, we'll beat them, we're England, we're fine, it's this, that, and the other. No, it's not fine. No, you are genuinely an awful rugby side. Oh no, we're good at the scrums. Look at our scrums. Look at our scrums. Look at our scrums. Oh, that's cute. What about the rest of the play where it's just super average rugby? The ill discipline is appalling. Like I said, players like Maro Itoje should not be making those level of mistakes. Up until that point, he'd had a good game, but he's making mistakes that you wouldn't even see, a 70-year-old in veterans rugby make. Look, Finn Smith was just crap today, full stop. The backs offered really next to nothing. It's just, I think any time, and this is no disrespect to Italy, kudos to them, well done. This is an awful England team. This is a categorical awful England team. Borthwick does need to be sacked, absolutely needs to be sacked. We're sitting 5th in the Six Nations. Only Wales are worse than us. And that's there's not even a dig at Wales. I know Wales are going through a tough time. Things aren't great. Fine, not a problem. But this England team needs to be gutted, tore apart, and just completely refreshed. Sack the coaching staff. Get them all gone. They haven't got a clue. They wouldn't even know how to throw a penny in the ocean if they were only in the ocean and there's not land around. I don't know where England go from this, but in reality, whatever is the most drastic decision probably needs to be put on absolute steroids and made even bigger. I look forward to seeing what happens with this England rugby team. But yeah, please get Steve Borthwick out of that job. He is incompetent and pathetic, really. And I know people go, yeah, but look at the red card against Scotland. Okay, cool. We weren't that good in this tournament before that red card. We were arrogant when we played Scotland. We were really arrogant when we played Ireland, because these players had gone, if it wasn't for that red card, we'd have won. What happened against Ireland? The arrogance that you showed against Ireland showed that this squad needs to be gutted. It is a bang average, awful squad. England have a massive issue at number 10 because George Ford and Finn Smith probably have less ability than a Sunday League rugby player at the moment. No guy can kick a ball, without actually striking it into an opposition player, or just, kick it straight out of touch. Don't worry about it, Chief. The fact that these players are paid hundreds of thousands of pounds and cannot make simple conversions or penalties is appalling. Absolutely appalling. Finn Smith missed that kick in the first half. Straight away should have subbed him, because that is appalling, in my opinion. You should not miss absolute gimmies. You watch those games and you go, that's an easy one. No, that's a gimme. You can bank on it. That should have been a banker, but he's average. He's awful. Get him gone. Don't put him back in that England squad. Do not put him back in that England squad. Quite often today, he consistently made the wrong decision. And maybe it's a youth thing. Maybe it's an inexperienced thing. But what I do know is he's not cut out for international rugby. Send him back to the domestic game. Let him learn his trade more, maybe. I don't know. But he's not good enough as a number 10. I think he probably only made 1 or 2 correct decisions today in 80 minutes. He's averaging 1 every half, basically. It shows you the level of incompetence England are going through, that they're picking from George Ford, who goes, oh, is this a drop goal? Oh, you're 5 yards away from me. This is the perfect time to pull the trigger. To Finn Smith, who goes, oh, do you know what would be nice, right? Is I don't want a line out. I don't want to win this high ball. I'm just going to kick it straight out because do you know what? That's going to be more exciting for the game. I pray. I mean, if I'm not the biggest Marcus Smith guy. He could not have been much worse than those two this tournament. I'm sorry. Those two were pathetic. Get them both gone. Not interested. Not interested. And I know people go, but look at this. Look at this. It's not about what you did a year ago in that England shirt. What have you done for me lately? And both of you have been absolutely below average. And these aren't even hot takes. That's the worrying thing. I wish I was shouting hot takes. But do you know what? It's going to be exciting. Get through that last... Do you know what? I'd even sack Borthwick before that last game, to be honest. Just sack him. Put the new coach in. Try and install some absolute confidence because these players are bereft of confidence. They're bereft of talent. They're bereft of, really, everything that makes up a good rugby player. Yeah, there's certain players out there that can help... That did play well. I'm not saying it's everyone. It's a very generalistic, they're not good enough, they're not good enough, they're not good enough. But actually, let's be real. You're talking about 3 to 5 players that played well today. Italy were miles better. They deserved to win. And the fact that we had 3 knock-ons from high balls in the last 5 minutes. Doesn't that say everything? Doesn't that say everything? So look, let's just get through this last game. I don't care about the result. I do not care. I will not be watching. I'm not interested in England rugby until they sack the coach. They sack off half these players. And then, do you know what? I'd much rather they start fresh with some decent players, nothing mental, and just lower the expectations that we're not going to be a powerhouse in rugby. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. These players promise so much and deliver so little. So look, I'm interested in what you guys think about the game today. And look, enjoy the rest of your weekend. England have played. They can't ruin the rest of your weekend now. Don't give them the satisfaction. Take care, everyone. Peace.